Hello, my chicklets. Thank you for stopping by. Today, I've got another analogical story for you. This one is to tell you the truth. I can tell you're hiding something from me. Virgil's voice was quiet as he continued to curl up against Logan, his boyfriend having only recently got home. Over the past few months, he had felt Logan getting more and more distant, and it had been hard. Thoughts constantly ran through his mind. Had he done something wrong? Was he being too needy? Was there a reason that Logan didn't love him anymore? The stress was gnawing at him, and Virgil wanted nothing more than to confront his lover, to ask him what was going on, but he was anxious. Touching this topic could mean losing Logan, but he needed to know. He couldn't stand by anymore and just wait on an answer. We have discussed this. I need you to trust me. I know it is a feat that you cannot accomplish easily. However, I need this from you. I will tell you all of the details once I can, but for now, please trust me. Something in his words lit a fire of indignation in Virgil, and he turned to Logan. And I need more than just that answer. You know that I struggle with trusting people. I am trying really hard, Logan. I've been trying for over a month now. He wasn't sure where this anger was coming from, but he didn't like being lied to. And if Logan was going to break up with him, it was better if he just got it over with. Logan's eyes grew wide. His mouth hung in a bit of astonishment. Virgil, No. Virgil pulled away. I know that you're trying. I know, and I love you for that. I love you so much, Logan, but if you can't be honest with me, then I don't want to see you right now. Virgil's back was turned to Logan, and he didn't see the surprise that was written all over his boyfriend's face. Is that really what you want? Logan's voice was soft and quiet. Virgil's resolve almost crumbled. Yes, that's what I want. Very well. He could hear movement behind him, and Virgil had almost expected Logan to hug him, to reassure him that everything was all right. But the next thing he heard was the door closing. He hadn't actually expected Logan to leave. He hadn't expected their relationship to be that fragile. His anger didn't dissipate as he stood, picking up a picture frame of the two of them. He gripped it in his hands, ready to slam it against the wall. But he couldn't. His arms just hung in the air as tears fell down his face, and rather than slamming the frame against the wall, Virgil slid to his knees. He gripped the picture tightly to his chest. He literally asked for this. He had given Logan a choice, their relationship or his secrets, and Logan made his choice. It had been almost a year since their breakup, and true to his word, Virgil never saw Logan again. He never had to look at him, despite their intersecting friend circles. Virgil was clearly being avoided. At first, Patton had tried to convince him that it was just a coincidence. But after a while, even Patton couldn't deny it. That almost hurt worse. Knowing that Logan was so literal, Virgil would probably never get to see someone he loved so deeply. Part of Virgil blamed himself for the whole ordeal. Part of him still blamed Logan. But he was beginning to pick up the pieces. He would learn to move on, but that didn't last. He heard the news from Roman. One of the largest companies in the country was in dire straits after the testimony of their accountant, Logan Barry, exposed a number of fraudulent tax statements and inconsistent records. Logan had been spending the last 18 months working with a lawyer on this private case until everything was decided just a few days ago. When Virgil heard the news, he broke down all over again. He had pushed Logan away for something he legally couldn't share. He had allowed his own anxiety to convince him that Logan had been cheating. Virgil was angry at himself, and that was what really caused him to spiral. He could have just trusted Logan, and now he was too ashamed to seek out the man he had pushed away. He should apologize, but Logan had been avoiding him, and he couldn't get in contact with the bespectacled genius. Virgil was too anxious to even talk to Patton or Roman about it, so he locked himself away, hoping that after a few days of self-reflection, he would be able to pull himself out of this stupor he was in. It didn't help. 5 days of isolation, and Virgil could feel the stress and anxiety crawling under his skin. He knew anything was going to be able to set him off, so he almost didn't answer the door when he heard a knock. The only reason he chose to push through, he knew how bad he could get if he was left alone, and Pat was the only one who would bother visiting him anyway. "Sorry, Pops, I'm not." It wasn't Patton who was standing in front of him. It was a set of glasses that he recognized all too well. "Logan?" "Apologies if this is a bad time." He adjusted his glasses, a nervous tic that Virgil found so incredibly endearing. "I believe that you stated that you didn't want to see me until I could be honest with you. Unfortunately, due to a legal settlement, I'm unable to tell you everything, but Patton insisted that you would be satisfied with how much I could tell you." Virgil didn't even listen. He threw his arms around Logan, holding him as his body began to shake. "I'm sorry, Lo. I didn't mean to chase you away. I should have known you wouldn't have hidden something without a good reason." Logan hesitated, but hugged Virgil back. "I'm sorry," he repeated. "I guess I shouldn't do that without asking since we aren't really dating anymore." Logan just looked confused. "We never officially broke up, Virgil. As far as I was concerned, I was always planning on returning to your side." Virgil choked out a laugh, only burying his head further into Logan's neck. "You really are too amazing, Lo." Logan wasn't really sure what to say, so he just held on to his boyfriend, enjoying an ascent he had missed for the past year. "I'm back." "Welcome back." A year of stress melted off Virgil like a bad dream. Things could go back to normal. They could start again. That was all Virgil wanted, to once again be in Logan's arms. Thank you all for listening. Again, this was To Tell You the Truth. I do hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you have a wonderful day.